know a man, he could give me therapy. What's the use of therapy? You don't want to change, babe. I talk too much when I got nothing to say. Maybe it's to get away. It's easier to walk away. I gotta find the time to let love in. I gotta find myself and let love in. Don't think too much, it just complicates things. No room for judging to heal me. I know you're there, I just cannot see it. Maybe I don't believe it.
Yeah. We did it. We're at the place. Look at us. Oh, look at us. Here we are. I could probably turn that down a little bit. Seems a little loud. Happy Tuesday. That was the wrong way to turn this down. What is it? Tuesday, the 29th. Look at that. Happy Tuesday, the 29th. Here we are. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Okay. It's Wednesday. It's the 29th though, right? Oh man, this is an early show. It is not as early as it used to be, but it's earlier than most shows, and that sounds all right then. Happy Wednesday, April 29th. Here we are. We're live. We're doing It's Never Seen It Day. That's exciting. We got before and afters today. Perfect movie today. What blurry movie scene is playing behind you day. What movie am I in front of day. We got Chase Mitchell on here in a little bit. He has never seen The Wire, but he rewrote it. So we got that going on. That's going to be very fun. A lot of games. Got the scripts. Got a water bottle that looks like the clothes I'm wearing. This is one of my shirts without pen ink on it. I'm down to two maybe shirts with no pen ink on it, because apparently I was just trying to wash my pen. I don't know. I was just trying to wash my pen, and the washer's not a good place to do it. How's everyone's Wednesday? Today is The Wire, the show that inspired it all. I didn't write it, though. That's the thing. Chase Mitchell did. He's so funny. He's written for everything. He's so funny. So I'm excited about him being on here. He's such a good writer. I like... Anytime it's not me writing, it's going to be a good episode. But what I want to do while we wait, because we got Todd coming in here, Dan Sheehan coming in here. They're going to talk. I just watched The Wedding Singer for the first time last night. So we're going to do some Kyle Catches Up. But I'd never seen The Wedding Singer. I don't know how I missed it. Oh, yeah, I do. I guess I just didn't watch it. But let's do this first. Who wants to play some games? Let's play some games. If you're here, go to jackbox.tv and you can play with us. We're going to play a little Quiplash up top first thing. So just go to jackbox.tv. Man, figuring out this music app has really changed my day. But we're going to play some games here first. Let me get this pulled up. There it is. Jackbox.tv. You're going to want to go to jackbox.tv if you want to play Quiplash with us. We're going to do that here early on. And then let me get this thing pulled up here. I got pretty quiet music for it. But here we go. So let's get this. Jackbox.tv. The code is going to pop up, and then you can get in the room and play with us. It looks like we can get 8 total people. Whenever you guys are ready, there's our code. Come hang and play. Nope, went away. Oh, there it is. Just trying to lock it. Just trying to lock it in place. We're filling on. We got one of these Jillians is an imposter. All right, let's do it. Let's play. I can't see what my face looks like on the stream, so if it's weird in there, if you can't see me, you gotta let me know. Can you hear it okay?
Welcome to Quiplash. I'm Schmitty. Just throw your jacket anywhere.
Doesn't get louder.
Game Su game. Why, that's enough for a decent rodeo. Remember, extra players can join the audience and pick their favorite quips. Audience votes count.
That's for some reason that's as loud as this thing gets.
This is
I don't know why. It's really quiet for me too.
Appear on your device, which you can answer in any clever or not clever way you want. Everyone
But that's all right. We don't really need audio for most of it. Once we get past the description, and I'm talking over the description anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So here we go. All right, it's asking you some questions. You know, why don't we just get some different music going on? We could just play a little Andy in the background while we're playing, but answer your questions. That sounds better. We don't need the actual thing. Not in the thing about the settings menu with Jackbox is if you have to set it all before you start the game.
I wanna be your rock, your Saturday cartoon. I wanna be the jam, your peanut butter too. I wanna be the skin of your favorite tattoo.
Yeah, this is, but yeah, Jackbox only lets you choose your settings before you start the game. And for some reason I had it down low, and so here we are. But we'll see if we can play another one. This is all right. This is all right to do while we're doing this. We got a couple people writing their answers.
Don't let your sorrows drown into tomorrows, and take it as it goes.
So close, 10 seconds. Answer your things if you're in the game.
I wanna be
No, you have 4 seconds. Come on, answer them. We can't have dud answers. One of them.
okay.
Okay, moment of
I
truth.
wanna be the pill
The weirdest thing to whisper
that
to a
gets you
surrender.
through your day.
Okay,
And when
choose your
you're
favorite.
feeling blue, I'll try to color in you, just to be the man
Shar, was that you?
I never was to you.
Oh, everyone remember you can we got that spelling bee coming on Saturday. On Saturday we got that spelling bee. So go ahead and check out those details below. We got the updated, I think I got the score updated properly as of this morning down below. But also remember you can subscribe to the show.
It's voting time.
Job that doesn't exist, but subscribe to the show, follow the show if you want. I appreciate all that. If you do it, that'd be real nice. Following the show takes nothing. You just click the little follow button. I assume if you're here you already have, but if not, that's okay.
Don't let your sorrows drown into tomorrow. Take it as it goes.
A sign your parents may have
Someday I'm gonna love you like the way you deserve. Don't let your sorrows drown your tomorrows. Take it as it goes. Take it as it goes. Take it as it goes.
And next,
Here, we can move me
if you pull your uncle's finger, he farts. If you push it, he blank.
down here. I'm less in the way here.
Vote now.
Thank you. Yeah. See, I spelled farts backwards because that would be the opposite of pulling it. Come on. Come on. I spelled farts backwards. And then pluralized it.
Next one.
Folks,
Try to a
I
restaurant
thought so hard about that. That was my good one.
love. Put in your votes.
I don't know. Well, maybe we'll play a couple rounds of these while we got Dan and Todd figuring out Zoom.
He could give me therapy. What's the use of therapy? You don't want to change, babe.
So we could hang out, we could chat. What's everyone's Wednesday looking like? I got a show tonight. Another Zoom show. I think it's a Zoom show. I'm not sure. It literally says your brain broke. That seems rude.
It's easier to walk away.
Next on deck. A promise you shouldn't make
Gotta
when you
find
say child.
the time to let
Devices.
Yeah, I got a show at 9:30 Central. What is it? 10. Oh, I got to vote. 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central, 7:30. Anyways, it's gonna be here. It's right out of Chicago. So there's a show. There's a link to the show there, and they're gonna post whatever the Zoom thing is there. I think it's free, so you can come watch whatever people are doing in front of this now.
A good sign your dog clears your throat.
What is that? 12-hour shifts. Good God. 12. That's crazy. What is this dream with Dan Harmon? It's probably one of those circular dreams, right? Where the character goes on a journey and comes back around to the front. That's for 5 people who know the Dan Harmon writing model. But man, yeah, PJ Flats. Was that Flats? Is that yeah, that's crazy. Oh, now we're all on board with the dog puns. Little late to the game, everybody.
Round one's done. Let's see who's in the lead.
what you lost until you're alone with your thoughts.
Round two is here, so let's double the points and bonuses, shall we?
Clinical genetics? What is, I mean, clinical I've been watching these videos. That's crazy. Crazy. I want to know, explain clinical genetics to me like I am 10. What is, everyone's having wild dreams? Oh, I gotta answer these questions. One of the jillions is already done. Going with my gut. Going with my gut. I like my little yellow guy with his hair. It looks a little bit like my hair, I think. So I'd love, yeah, I'd love to know what clinical genetics is that isn't just that like I was a child.
Clock's running out. Think fast or use a safety quip.
Oh, you're so close. 3 seconds. I think that's in a box. Oh, we got it in. Got it in. Clinical genetics is basically the medical field that deals with diagnosing and treating hereditary things. Insane.
What's Kanye West's personal mission statement? Okay, voting time. Pick your favorite.
I wanna be the jam. Your peanut butter.
I've been watching these Wired YouTube videos where they have someone explain concepts to an elementary school student. And then I think it's a high school student, a college, then grad, then expert on the thing. If you guys, it's like 5 levels of explaining it, and they usually lose me in the middle of the high school one, even if it's something I'm interested in. Man, one of the Jillians just went off.
Your next prompt is the 3 things that make up old person smell. Okay, vote.
Goodness. Goodness. I was thinking, what makes up old person smell? It is those beans that Creed has stored in on that paper towel. Those damp beans that he stores in that episode of The Office that BJ Novak smells. Mung beans. That's right.
Okay, next one. Indoor skydiving makes a lot more sense than indoor blank. Vote away.
I never was to you. Some days you feel great.
Very nutritious, but they smell like that.
Don't let your sorrows drown into tomorrow. Take it as it goes. Take it as it goes.
Feels good. God damn it, I take it back. Oh, that's funny.
Time to vote.
Some days you feel great.
Okay, all right.
Some days you feel so low. Don't let your sorrows drown into tomorrow. Take it as it goes.
I do like beans. Man, mad respect to everyone who's going into work. I just can't stop thinking about these like 12-hour shifts, day after day after day. Just going outside is chaos right now.
Take it as it goes. Take it as it goes.
Oh, Sizzler. I thought Sizzler was fake for so long. I don't know why.
Reason the Phantom of the Opera is so moody. Ready, set.
I thought it was just a fake thing, like a copyright-free chain. That's one. Yeah, I mean, it's dealing with just going outside is so chaotic and exhausting. Running into people is so chaotic and exhausting. I can't imagine doing all of that. I don't know. There were no Sizzlers around where I was at, Mitch, and I just thought it was part of.
Moving on. How can you tell that your toe is infected?
What?
And
Yikes! Feels like a runaway one here. I'm calling it now. The specificity, it's never seen a day. All that, it feels like a runaway one we got right here. This can make up for Mike in a Box didn't get all the answers in before. Y'all gotta hydrate. Hydrate out there. Mike, what a comeback.
on the list, something found in the seat cracks of nearly every cab. Put in your votes.
Goodness, this is... Oh, no. No. No, that's all right. Such extreme differences in this one. Wow. Wow. Shard taking it down with the crowd vote, though.
the end of round 2. Let's take a look at the scores.
Ooh. Crowd loves Afterbirth.
Jury has arrived. The last flash. You're all going to answer the same prompt, so pull out all the stops.
Word lash. All right, it's our last round. Then we got a couple guests coming in here. Let's never seen it up. A clever insult using this word? What the fuck? The Afterbirth smoothie? I gotta answer this before I can look into that. I choked. Choked it all away. You look like you honked at a nurse last week is really good, and it is right there. But I don't even think I got mine in. We're all...
In the final round, you can give out 1 gold, 1 silver, and 1 bronze medal to your top 3 quips. Make
What
it count.
is this? Oh man, I gotta tell you, we all choked except the Tommy Lee one. It feels we all kind of did the same sort of nothing except that Tommy Lee one. This is a long voting time. This is a long voting time. All right.
All right, let's see who earned those medals. Bronze. Here's the silver. And now the gold.
I didn't get a single
Transfer
medal.
Those medals into points.
I choked so bad. 0 points. Wow. Wow.
That's
What an
it.
end.
Let's take a look at the final scores.
I honked off that so bad. I'm dropping down. My poor little yellow guy's head. All the way back down to 6th. There you go, Mitch. I honked so bad. All right, y'all. We're going to be right back. I'm getting some guests in here. We'll be right back. Great. Mitch did great. I mean, you know, doesn't look like he subscribes to the stream, but he did a good job. I got 0. I got absolutely nothing there. I got nothing. Choked it away. Let me get some guests in here. We'll be right back. You know, you can follow the show and all that. Thank you. Look at that. There it is right there. I appreciate everybody. I don't see a little bubble next to your name, Summer Boy Mitch. That's all I'm saying. Your subscription may have lapsed. It may have lapsed. We'll be right back.
Give me therapy. What's the use of therapy? You don't want to change, babe. I talk too much when I got nothing to say. Maybe it's to get away. It's easier to walk away.
Everybody, we are joined by two guests up top right here. Please give it up for Todd Sklar and Dan Sheehan, everybody. Look at that. Look at that. You're unmuted, guys. We're doing it. We're at the place.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
How you?
Hell yeah.
Look at that. Dan, you got a good... Is that a Zoom background or is that actually where you live?
Oh, no. This is Roger Sterling's office from Mad.
I was like...
It's for business meetings. It's... That way I look like I've got it together. In reality, let me see if I can tear down the veil here.
You tear it down and then you're in Cooper's office. Your shoes are off. That looks good too.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's no Roger Sterling's office.
We're all fairly vertical, so
yeah,
people can't see too much of what's going on, if that makes sense.
I've got a handful of these. I got one of my own face.
Okay.
Really taunted my family with that one.
Todd, people are really excited about your hair right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Thanks, guys.
Todd's hair looking epic. Holy fuck, Todd, that hair. Todd looks more and more like a Johnny Depp character every week. I'm going to leak the Deadline article that Todd is doing the Deadwood reboot for Quibi.
This is great. Guys, I would take any of those jobs right now. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's...
Sell that to Quibi ASAP.
If anyone has a single hypothetical where I'm making any money,
Yes.
I would love it.
One of my friends, for his birthday, this was like 3 years ago, I want to say, his girlfriend got him. I don't know if you consider it as a guest or a gift or a prank, but she got a Johnny Depp impersonator for his entire party, and he was dressed as Jack Sparrow, and he was committed. And this was like a Hollywood party. Like it was very weird. It was pretty funny.
I've met a couple celebrity impersonators since I've lived out here, and it always blows my mind.
They're really good. Like they really this dude knew his shit. It was very impressive.
They commit. Yeah, they like know about like the person's life and stuff. It's
kind of scary actually.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd go in like just with half of the information I needed, and someone would say like, "Hey, Tom Cruise, how's your wife?" And I'd be like, "Ooh,
yeah, what?"
Although to be fair, that's a Tom Cruise reaction to "How's your wife?" because he has no idea who it is or where she is.
Or how she is.
If you ask him, Tom Cruise, how's your wife? He might say who.
Yeah.
I can't think. Someone said, who do you think the most obscure celebrity impersonator who still makes a surprising amount of money would be? Like, who is someone where everyone thinks they're unique for booking them, but they probably get a lot? I think all the time about the Bill Gates impersonator from Nathan For You.
Oh, God. Yeah.
That is a good one. I feel like now with like Cameo, you don't need an impersonator. Like all those celebrities for like $50, they'll like just like be at your birthday or like call you and tell you what's up.
There's something incredibly dark about Cameo.
I agree. There's something that really, really feels weird to me. Sometime, I don't know, and I'm sure I don't want to knock something that makes someone happy. Do you know what I mean? Because people get joy from it, but there's just something about it that it's so... especially when you see like a supercut of them, and I'm like, oh, what is happening here? I don't know. Something about it creeps me out a little bit. I don't know exactly what it is.
See,
so personal, but it's attempting to be personal that it just like, it's like an uncanny valley, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah, it starts to make him feel like a broken Westworld robot.
Yeah, and then I feel kind of bad for the celebrity, where I'm just sort of like, oh, somebody's friend bought them like a half ironic cameo from a movie they both hate, and somebody then has to read this person a birthday message. I don't know. It's wild.
Yeah.
My favorite was Josh Fadem. I don't know if you know Fadem at all, but he is on it or was on it. And his like, they show you like, you know, on Cameo, like the intro message or whatever. Or like when you go on someone's page, it shows you like a couple of their recent ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, all of Fadem's, he's like watching TV really loudly in the background. And then his intro message is just him saying that if you pay $15, maybe he'll send you a message without the TV on. Really a good bit.
It's so fun.
I don't know. I waver between whether I think it'd be more fun to be ironic about it, or I don't know if I could do that because then I would feel so guilty. I mean, no one would be booking me, but do you know what I mean? I feel guilty if I don't put 10 hours of work into this streaming show because there's like however many people coming in and watching it. I don't know. I'm like, if when I do these Zoom comedy shows and you see someone kind of do nothing, I think, well, all these people came here for this.
Yeah. That's like the Van Halen thing, man. You had to rock one like you're rocking 1,000. That's the rule.
Right. I saw this. I watched a really long footage of a Tool concert from like 1990. Have you seen this?
Was I at it? Maybe.
You might have been there because it's like pre-arenas by like 2 years, but they're playing for 15 people somewhere, and it's absolutely insane because if you didn't tell me there were 15 people there, it's the same show. I mean, obviously they don't have like the visuals that they would have at Staples Center, but their effort that they put into it is so insane that if you were at that show, you would think, oh, for sure this band's going to be playing at arenas. And they're incredible. It's incredible. Oh, yeah. They're one of notoriously the best live bands, but they put the same effort in for 15 people at the Blue Fugue or wherever this place is as they did for like this incredible, like if they're playing arenas. It's wild. And I would appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. That was my first concert in Kansas City. I saw Tool at Kemper Arena, freshman year of college.
Kemper Arena still exists, I believe, strictly only for the American Royal Rodeo.
That's pretty good, and for Ellie Kemper's parents to have a stadium.
That's right.
Those are two valid reasons to have that place there.
Oh, nothing, no success without the head start.
That's news to me, and that's just like another sliver of my soul has died finding out another person just had a bunch of money.
Well, she had something to do with that Tool concert though too. You got to give her that.
That's true.
And she is so funny.
She's great. Yeah. Yep. No knock to her.
So we're never seeing it today. We're going to be joined by Chase here in a little bit, and he's never seen The Wire. And so we'll be reading that. But first, we got to do a little Kyle catch up. So last night, I've been trying to watch something and catch up every week on all these prestigious movies I've never seen. There's so many like huge prestigious movies I've never seen, like Prestige TV, all these big dramas, these Oscar winners. So last night I watched one I'd never seen. Last night I had never seen The Wedding Singer, and I watched that for the first time last night. And so Todd, you have seen it.
I love it. I think it's one of the better. I love rom-coms,
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's a lost genre. And I think it's one of the better rom-coms, especially of the '90s, which is like rom-com central. It's like the most charming I think Sandler ever was. It's the apex of all of I think his strengths in a movie. It's a great fucking great soundtrack movie. It's just a great movie.
It was a really great soundtrack movie. Dan, you haven't seen it, right? Didn't I ask you this earlier?
I haven't. Yeah. So I was looking it up to make sure I was thinking of the right movie. So yeah, it's the old Sandler rom-com. I think I've seen like little snippets of it, maybe on TV or something way back when. But yeah, I've never seen the full movie.
So I laughed a few times so hard. I thought the whole thing was pretty great. What I loved was I put a poll up. I want to know what everyone thinks of The Wedding Singer. It's up at the top of chat right there. I liked it a lot. I laughed a lot. It was really quick. It was an hour and a half. The plot moves really fast. They don't really bother you with stuff that sometimes movies spend a lot of times bothering you with. I think they fell in love really quickly. I think the movie didn't do a good job of letting you know how much time had passed at any various point.
That's interesting.
So sometimes
I feel like '90s comedies were very not concerned with passage of time, which as a filmmaker I really appreciate and respect that, because that is something that at least I get in my head a lot about. And then like once you kind of start going down that rabbit hole, it's really hard to not convince yourself that you need to say and do more things than you probably don't.
Yeah, I really I don't know. Sometimes I'd be like, has it been a week or 3 days or an hour? But you're not really concerned with it, and you just kind of appreciate that they fall in love in however little amount of time they fall in love with. Steve Buscemi is so funny being in it for 2 minutes.
That's one of his best roles of all time, man. That is like that's one of the best shithead brothers in any movie.
It's so funny. All of the like a lot of Sandler movies, the tiniest parts are either the funniest part of the movie or something you really wish didn't exist.
But what's weird about that? You know what's interesting? This is another reason why I love The Wedding Singer, and I think it's like the perfect the apex of all of everything that he tries to do. Is I feel like that movie a lot of the problems with his more recent work, and this is something that people have criticized my last movie about fairly, I think. But I think a lot of his recent work, a lot of the like absurdity is unearned. And I think if you like look at The Wedding Singer, all of the things that are like zany or absurd or kind of like very like pure jokey, all are earned. They're all like set up by plot motivations or character motivations. Like I always go back to that scene with like the grandma when he's giving her lessons, and there's like that crazy thing where she's paying him in meatballs and like they have that meatball handshake, and that's so funny. That's also so ridiculous, but that's preceded by like a very important heart to heart that's very natural, and also like they have a character interaction there that makes sense why she would be giving him these meatballs. And like it's only like 30% more absurd than something that could happen in real life, but the fact that it's earned, it works.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that a lot of I thought it was a lot of Sandlery stunts in a movie where he was a little bit less Sandlery, or a little bit more specific, I guess. And I felt like it could have teetered in this movie. There's a version of The Wedding Singer that is the Paul Thomas Anderson movie that Adam Sandler is in. But there's also a version of The Wedding Singer that is the bad Netflix movie that Adam Sandler is in. And there's a version of The Wedding Singer that comes out before The Waterboy. And so I was like, this just kind of fell in this weird little place that had some of the elements of all of it. And also, what is the song that he sings where he
Somebody Kill Me Please?
Somebody Kill Me Please is so funny.
It's the best. That's the best. I did that at a talent show with my friend Dan Korick that year, and surprisingly, some of the teachers and the assistant principal had not seen that movie and thought I was actually suicidal. And that was a fun parent-teacher conference.
I like to think of that scene in The Squid and the Whale where the kid sings Pink Floyd like he wrote it. I think it'd be so funny if the kid tried to get away with singing "Somebody Kill Me Please" by Adam Sandler's character in The Wedding Singer as though he wrote it. But that's so funny. That part I was dying. There were a lot of parts very funny. I am not sure. Dan's out of here. I am not sure if Drew Barrymore is good at acting or not.
It's crazy to think that she's the weak link of that movie.
Yeah,
it's wild. But it's also interesting if you look at all those other 90s like comedies, especially like the SNL comedies, those big comedies, most of them are completely devoid of any female love interest. So the fact that they were able to center one around that is really impressive. I mean, like Black Sheep doesn't even have a female protagonist.
Which is crazy to think of a movie that would be like that, because generally cinema is so good at having complete representation across the board and giving everyone equal weight. Dan, out of all the Sandler movies, what's your favorite?
I think when I was a kid, I got a copy of 8 Crazy Nights from Blockbuster, which is a sentence to say in 2020. And I was just absolutely obsessed with either that or probably Billy Madison, just because that was like, right at that like middle and high school era for me, where Adam Sandler just like knew exactly what to say to make everybody laugh. I feel like that's Billy Madison just leached into like pop culture.
I mean, it's so funny. I think we all still say pee in your pants is cool.
Yeah.
It is. It is. Nice.
That line itself is just so good. If peeing your pants is cool, I'm Miles Davis.
Yeah.
Consider me Miles Davis. He's being open about it too. It's impressive.
It's great.
I really like that. I went and saw Sandler right before we all got quarantined forever. I saw him live, and he was like 95% of the stuff was so funny that you remember this is the funniest dude in the world, and then 5% of the stuff was so insane that you felt like he was doing it to see if you would go along with it if it was done by him. Does that make sense? It almost felt like he was like pranking you into pretending it's good because he did it.
That's really good. But
the rest of it was really fun, and I'm super happy, and it made me feel great, and I felt like I was like reinvigorated. I'm like, you know what, my performance, he did a lot of music and some interactive and some visual, and I was like, this has opened things up. This makes me realize I can continue to do stand-up how I like to. I don't have to tailor it. And then, now it doesn't exist anymore. So, and now the art form as a whole doesn't exist anymore.
Great to have a breakthrough just right before getting locked in a cube for.
Truly, I felt so creative, and my writing was going so wonderful, and now I feel like I've never done anything that I care about in any capacity, and it's all over forever.
It makes you feel better. I sold a travel show that we would have been starting shooting in like a week, and nobody's doing any traveling right now.
Yeah,
so
it's just a montage of you alone on an airplane.
Yeah, very interesting quarantine travel show.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we got some Never Seen It games I want to play with you.
Oh, hell yeah.
So the first one that we're going to play is which one? Let's play a little Build the Perfect Movie. Let's do that. Let's do a little Build the Perfect Movie.
It's my favorite. Oh, but I still can't hear the song. Kyle, you gotta send me that MP3.
I know. I don't know how to find the MP3s. I dragged them into this app called Farrago. And I'll
buy the app.
Yeah.
On test.
Dr. Farrago.
All right, so here we go. This is Build the Perfect Movie. If you're watching and you don't know how Build the Perfect Movie works, what's going to happen is Todd and Dan are going to try and build the perfect movie. Imagine if that's the whole description I gave. I just said the name of the game 5 times in different sentences. I'm going to give them a category. They're going to have to pick 2 movies from that category whose Rotten Tomatoes score combines to be as close to 100% as possible without going over. So they're competing against each other to try and build a perfect movie. So we will build one at a time. Hold on. I have a list of categories. So today, our first category, you're going to try and build the perfect drama. That's it. The perfect drama. You'll each pick one. We will review our scores, and then we'll pick another one. So Todd, you go ahead and go first.
Ooh, boy, that's such a...
Oh, wait.
I'm gonna, you know what is a perfect movie on its own is I'm gonna go with A Few Good Men. Talking about Cruiser.
All right, A Few Good Men. Dan, movie 1.
A Few Good Men. So I'm trying to build a perfect drama. I feel like I always do this in this game where I try to pick something like really good in the first half.
I would say the most frequent strategy is go low, then go high.
Yeah, let's start with. Is Platoon a drama?
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Unless you're watching The Naked Gun, and then it's a comedy.
All right, here we go.
Start with Platoon.
Let's review our scores. A Few Good Men. Todd, movie 1, 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. 83% on Rotten Tomatoes. Thanks for hosting us, Underlying Sweetness. I like that because then my Men in Black gift pops up. All right, here we go. Dan, Platoon, 88%.
Oh boy.
88%.
Wow. Gone and done.
So you are looking for a 12. Todd, you're looking for a 17. Todd, you will pick first.
Fucking hey, man, that is tough. That is a 17.
17 is tough.
I am gonna go with. You know what? Does it count? Does it count if the person who made it thought it was a drama?
Yes.
But in reality, it was an action movie?
Yes.
I'm going to go with On Deadly Ground.
Okay. Dan, Platoon is an 88%. You're looking for a 12 or under.
I need a 12 or under. I'm going to go with something really self-serious but bad. So let's say The Legend of Bagger Vance.
Oh.
I could see that having like a really low Rotten Tomatoes score.
All right, here we go. Platoon, 88%. The Legend of Bagger Vance, 43%. 43%.
Damn it.
Will Smith, baby.
What a weird... He gives you 30.
Yep.
I think even a beloved celebrity's worst movie is probably, it just doesn't dip below.
Like, there's no Tom Cruise 20.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, Todd. Let's see if you can qualify here. A Few Good Men, 83%. On Deadly Ground, 10%. 10%. He's in.
Yes. The power of Steven Seagal, once again.
There we go. Thank you. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Charmp. What a good name, Charmp.
Charmp. That's a great name.
Charmp is a great name.
Oh, that's so good. Charmp. All right, we're doing another round here. We got Todd up 1-0. Let me pull up, but we're going to get a little more specific with our category. For this one, we're going to try and build the perfect, here we go. This is one of my favorite categories. Boring movie. You have to tell it, if it's a movie most people like, you have to tell us why you think it's boring. So you got to build a perfect boring movie. Todd, you'll go first.
Perfect boring movie.
I am. Oh man! See, now this is taking me out of my strategy for the game because now I just want to pick a really boring movie. I'm gonna go with The Good Shepherd, directed by Robert De Niro, I believe.
Yes.
It is a.
You don't have to give any description why. It's one of the most boring movies I've ever seen in my life.
So boring. It's unbelievably boring. Impressively boring.
I knew it would be boring because my grandma told me nothing happened in it. And she only likes movies where nothing happens. But I remember when it came out, I was interested in it because I liked everyone that was in it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's supposed to be like a CIA movie. Like, it sounded awesome.
Yeah, and it was so boring.
So boring. I feel like 4.5 hours into that movie, they throw a guy out of a plane. That's the only interesting thing that happens.
All right, Dan, what's your first boring movie?
I'm gonna go with the last movie. My girlfriend and I walked out of this one because we were so bored. Gloria Bell.
What is that?
It was a Julianne Moore movie that came out last year. So I'm feeling like it could have like a middle to high, like a 60% would be a great realm to work in for me.
All right, here we go. Let's review our scores. The Good Shepherd, 55% on Rotten Tomatoes, 55. So you're looking for a 45. Gloria Bell, 91.
What the fuck?
Wow.
You want to talk about someone who's so good at acting, they're not allowed to have a boring movie?
Jesus Christ. It's just a movie about a lady like going through a divorce and like not even a particularly difficult one. She's just like, geez, divorce, right?
91.
91.
Oh, wow. All right, so Todd, you're picking first here. We're looking for a 45.
I wish I could go to my Letterboxd and look at all my like 1-star rated movies. Another really boring movie.
I'm trying to think of just absolute trash.
It's tough because like usually I'm of the Roger Ebert school where like I judge a movie based on what it's trying to do, not what I want it to do. So like usually I can even appreciate something. Super boring. I'm gonna go with oh boy. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's got to be some. I was gonna say like Gary Oldman is.
Oh, Clamel, thank you for subscribing as well. I appreciate everyone. We got.
I thought you were suggesting a movie. I was like, that sounds so.
No, just doing some Twitch talk. Thank you.
Clamel's like just trying to make up a movie.
Squid's Mixtape followed us. That's a good friggin' name right there.
You know what? I'm gonna scan my VHS tower back here and see what we have. I know I've got some boring.
Todd, you got a tower of 45%ers back there.
I do. They are all fully rated. Unfortunately, they are not. Several of them are not. Most of them are not boring. I think we can show the audience what we're working with here.
Ooh.
Oh, that is where the magic happens.
It really is. You know what? I'm gonna go with Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. It was a boring movie. Surprisingly, with cross-dressing in it.
All right.
Although I can't imagine it got 40+% by critics.
All right, Dan, you're looking for a 9. You're looking for a 9.
I'm gonna go with one of the first movies I walked out of because like I think here's the problem with my approach here is like I'm kind of a dumb guy and so like a lot of the stuff I think is boring is considered highbrow and so I think the ratings are really high. So I'm gonna go with a comedy that I just absolutely hated when I was younger. Epic Movie. It was during the post Scary Movie era.
Oh, I know Epic Movie.
Gone awry.
I know Epic Movie.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Gloria Bell, 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Cannot believe that is.
Epic Movie, 2.
Oh, hell yeah.
2%.
Nice job.
Indicate.
All right, here we go. So you're trying to beat a 93 here, Todd.
Let's see if Swayze and Snipes and Leguizamo can carry me through.
The Good Shepherd, 55%. Here we go. Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything. Julie Newmar. I gotta tell you, one thing I never love is when there's an exclamation point in the middle of a title. Here we go. So you got 55 for The Good Shepherd. Tu Wong Fu, 41%. That's a 96.
God damn it. Oh no.
If I could do anything as well as I play this game, including make an actual perfect movie, I just couldn't even tell you how strong my life would be. That's
Oh man.
awesome.
Oh
That's
man.
so awesome.
That's crazy. That's crazy. We got to do another one.
Yeah.
We have to. All right, here we go. We're going to go the perfect 2010s movie.
Ooh.
The perfect 2010s movie. Todd, you're up first.
2010, so like in the last 10 years, basically, right? That's.
I
like,
mean, even if it came out in 2009, but was still in theaters in 2010, I'll give it to you.
I'm gonna go with an actual perfect movie, The Nice Guys.
I do love that movie.
It's so good.
All right, Dan, the perfect 2010s movie. You're getting 2 movies who score it up to close to 100.
I keep picking these high 80s, low 90s. Let's go with something that couldn't possibly have been that high. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ooh.
That's where Paul Rudd is with that rich woman from Boston, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
And he has to go home and meet her family, but he's tiny.
Todd, The Nice Guys, 92%. So you need an 8. Ant-Man and the Wasp, 88.
What the fuck?
88%.
Wow.
So you're looking for a 12 or less.
Jesus, that was okay.
I feel like we got to a point where everyone just was like, Marvel's making pretty good movies, and here's another one. And so I would imagine it's an 88%, but every review is a 3 out of 5. But it's Rotten Tomatoes, so they let you fresh that.
Yeah, I thought being a superhero movie and a sequel, the critics would have like at least gotten a little angry at it. That was like during the era when everyone was just kind of exhausted.
Nah, they loved it. They 88%ed it. So you're looking for a 12. You're going first. Todd, you're looking for an 8.
What is just absolute dog shit movie?
That's interesting that we have movies about Ant-Man.
Dan, it's your 12. It's you're up whenever you got one.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to think of what the worst movie I can think of the 2010s is. It was unfortunately a pretty great decade for movies.
Yes, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. I wish it had been dog shit, so for this specific game I could be doing better.
Seagal was still making movies, but unfortunately they were not getting reviewed on Rotten Tomatoes. So that's not helping our cause here.
Yeah,
The straight-to-video market does not.
I also wish I could look at my letterbox because now I'm like just completely drawing a blank. I'm trying to think of what was something I saw in like 2012 or 13.
A good tactic you could use is think of an actor you don't like, and think of what they were in. And Todd, if you have your 8, we'll take that too as well.
I was really banking on stalling while he was trying to think of. Because Seagal really didn't review any of his movies after The Patriot.
I'm trying to think what was Mel Gibson up to in the 2010s?
He made a movie with Jodie Foster.
Oh, is that the Beaver?
I think people like that.
People liked The Beaver where he had a puppet.
Fuck. God damn it.
I just don't want you to commit, but I'm looking at it. It's a 62% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Jesus Christ. Let's say, was that Travolta like Battlefield Earth thing?
Someone goes, it doesn't help that Dan is in the 1960s right now. Battlefield Earth is way before 2010.
Okay.
That's like 2000 or 99.
Depending on if you're on Xenu or not, it might be 2044.
Right, time is relative, so it depends on how fast you're traveling over the brain there.
I just have no idea. Like, if Ant-Man and Wasp is at 88 and Gloria Bell is at 91. Like, all is chaos. Like, I don't know what a 12% movie is in, like,
Sure.
I don't know. We're living in, like, a post-critical society.
Are those Paul Blart movies 2010s?
Some of them have to be.
Fuck. Yeah, let's do Paul Blart 3. I think there's been 3 of them.
I was gonna do that. No, you take it. You earned it.
Or yeah, you brought it up. So you
Well, just so you know, Paul Blart 3 did not come out yet.
Oh, okay. I was
They're waiting. They're waiting for coronavirus to end.
Me and the rest of the Blart Hive have just been in, anticipation for that one.
There's a Paul Blart 2, but I can't find a Paul Blart Mall Cop 3.
Oh, let's go. What was that one where Charlie Day fights somebody?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's got to be bad.
That's got to be my pick.
Charlie Day and Ice Cube, school fight.
Fist fight.
Fist fight. That was it. Yeah, that's my pick.
All right. We have Fist Fight movie. And then Todd, do you want to go with Paul Blart Mall Cop 2?
I was gonna, but I have a weird thing where I'm pretty sure critics are like favorable to the mall cop genre, I feel like. And so I am going to go with a different Kevin James one. I'm going to go with Grown Up. Or no, Grown Ups 2. I'm sure that's worse. Grown Ups 2.
Oh, yeah.
Grown Ups to the Street.
Yeah, Grown Ups 2.
All right, here we go. Ant-Man and the Wasp. 88%. Fist Fight, 24%.
Come on.
Paul Blart, just so we throw it out there, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, 5.
5%. Okay.
The Nice Guys, 92%. Grown Ups 2, 7%. That's a 99 from Todd.
I can't even be mad at that. That is.
Yes.
That is
Yes. Yes. Fuck yes. Paul Blart, Grown Ups 2. Hell yeah.
Wow.
Oh, The Nice Guys, also the opposite title for Grown Ups 2. All right, we got one other game I want to play with you guys here real quick. I'm going to have to transition us here to our other thing. I can stop the Build the Perfect Movie music. Let me see what it looks like when we go over here.
I wish it never stopped.
And I add this in. Hold on. I'm working on it. We're working on it. I'm trying to get this stuff moved and the thing and all that and that.
I looked at the chat. I could have picked Gotti.
Yeah, Gotti is a good one. It's right there.
That is a good one.
All right.
Gotti was shockingly bad, even after all of the hype. That was like impressively bad.
I never ended up seeing it. Maybe I should check it out.
All right, so we're here in front of a large screen now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you guys in front of a famous movie scene, and you guys will have to ask yes or no questions to try and find out what movie scene you are in front of. You'll be taking turns, and you'll be working in, and yes or no question. Am I in this? Was this movie from this? Kyle San Diego. That's the name we call it when it's not movie related. So you'll take turns and see who can guess what it is first. Does that make sense?
But this is the one where we have to close the chat, right? Otherwise, we'll see it.
You have to close not necessarily the chat, but the answer might be in there. So close the chat or the stream if you have it pulled up.
Okay, cool. So I'll just look at the Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
We're killing the chat.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
We're killing the chat.
So wait, do we work together on this one, or are we both in a different scene?
You're both in the same scene, but you're not working together. So you're trying to find out, yes, by asking yes or no questions to give yourself the best chance of winning. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Let me get us a little smaller here. All right, you have your movie scene pulled up now. Whenever you're ready. We'll get Dan, you ask the first one here.
Okay, am I in a scene from the 2010s?
No.
Am I Meryl Streep?
No.
Am I in a drama?
No.
Are we in a comedy?
Yes.
Is it live action?
Yes.
Is it a Ben Stiller comedy?
No.
Is it from the 90s?
No.
Is it a Will Ferrell comedy?
Yes.
Is it about was it heavily improvised?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Probably, but I have no idea. I don't want to discredit writers.
Yeah, it's fair.
Does Will Ferrell have a mustache in it?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I mean, is it Anchorman?
Yes. Now, what scene?
Is it the? Oh boy. I gotta go. This is like he's gonna get it if I don't get it on this one, so I gotta go for it's like the Wheel of Fortune thing. Is it the scene? No. Oh boy. Is it the scene? Oh, what is the most classic Anchorman scene? Son of a bitch. Is it? Wait, we decided. You said it was Anchorman, right? It's not Anchorman 2?
It's Anchorman.
Is it the scene? Is it the big fucking kill 'em all fight scene?
Ooh.
Todd's at the big kill 'em all, fuck it, fight scene. All right.
Yes.
We're going to do one more quick, and then we're going to let Dan go, and we're going to read this script. I just can't have 4 people on at once, otherwise it starts to... You can't do Zoom with 4 with talking, I found. All right, Dan, here's your chance. Take Todd down and get out of here. All right?
It's time.
Here you go.
Time to win any game.
We're at a famous movie scene. Ben Stiller is in it, but it's not a Ben Stiller comedy. I know.
That's pretty good. Tricked me good on that.
And Ben Stiller is in only the scene that was. All right, you're at a famous movie scene. Dan, you got first guess whenever you're ready.
Okay. Is it a drama?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm feeling good about this now.
According to
Meryl
its
Streep?
page, it is a drama, comedy, drama.
Drama, comedy, drama.
Yes.
Meryl Streep.
No.
Did it come out after 2000?
No.
Okay.
90s movie.
Yes.
90s movie. Live action?
Yes.
Is Tom Hanks in it?
Yes.
Oh shit. Is Tom Hanks playing I guess guessing the movie isn't is it Big?
No.
Okay. I think Big might have been the 80s.
Is okay. Is it a movie that has already been featured on this game before? / is it Castaway that Wilson's in?
It's not Castaway.
Castaway is a drama, comedy, drama. The volleyball is just fucking hilarious. He just steals every scene. Is it drama, comedy, drama, 90s? Is it Turner and Hooch?
No.
That's one of the first movies I ever saw.
Really?
I feel like that's an 80s movie almost though, right? Because I was a young wee little lad.
Yeah. A lot of that era is foggy for me because I just like saw them all around the same time. So
Understandably so. Is it comedy, drama, comedy? So there is comedy in it.
Nah,
but
it's a drama / comedy drama.
So it's not. Is it Forrest Gump?
Yes.
okay.
Hell yeah.
How could I forget?
Gonna be that or was in Seattle. I love it.
Is it the scene where he's running?
No.
Damn it.
That's what I was gonna guess. That's crazy. That's the most iconic Forrest Gump.
It is.
You're right, it is.
Okay. Is it the scene where he meets the president?
No.
Is it him on the park bench with the old lady?
No.
Oh, good call.
Damn it. Forrest Gump does so much stuff.
That's the thing about
No.
Forrest Gump is he gets involved in a lot of stuff.
Part of everything.
Is the scene where he is running?
No,
With the
it's
beard.
still not the scene where he's running.
Is it the scene where he is in Vietnam?
No.
Damn. We've only covered like half the stuff he does.
Yeah, that we covered all of it. It's that and is it the scene where he's playing chess against the Russians
He's not playing chess.
or ping pong, table tennis?
Dan, it is your question. He's not playing chess.
Is he? Is it the scene where? I don't want to ask the ping pong question. That feels like I'm stealing your question.
No, I think he's playing chess. No, you know what I'm thinking of? Bobby Fischer. Searching for Bobby Fischer.
Yeah, you're thinking of Searching for Bobby Fischer, not Forrest Gump.
Searching for Bobby Fischer is a great film, as I remember it from watching it on VHS when I was very young.
Classic Joe Mantegna.
Is it the scene where he meets his son?
Oh
No, it is not.
Damn.
All right, Todd.
Is it the scene where?
It's not.
Like
it's not the scene where he's not playing chess, so it's not that scene.
Is it the scene where he's? Is it the scene where Jenny dies?
No.
When she's gonna jump out the window, but she doesn't?
No.
Is it the ping pong scene?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh!
People were so mad that Todd pivoted away from it.
I was deep in my heart of hearts. I really still wanted that to be a
That's
chess.
so funny. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna switch things up. Everyone, please give it up for Dan Sheehan. Please clap for him. Everyone, applaud for Dan. We can end this music. We can get some other music going, and we will be right back.
Oh, nice. Bye. Thank you, everybody. Oh, anytime. Yeah, I would love to. I'm stuck at home for the foreseeable future. So, have a good one.
Your peanut butter too. I wanna be the skin of your favorite tattoo. Just to be the man I never was to you. Some days you'll feel great. Some days you'll feel so low. Don't let your sorrows drown into tomorrows, and take it as it goes.
All right, everybody, joining us now, having never seen the television show The Wire, please give it up for Chase Mitchell, everybody. Look at that. Here we are. You got to imagine they're at home clapping. Chase, all right, let me unmute everybody. I'm like, I can't hear anybody. How are you doing? How are you holding up? What's going on?
I'm all right. I'm on my my lunch break from work. I'm talking to you on a PlayStation 4 mic. Does it sound okay?
It actually sounds incredible.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, it's weird to be on this thing and not be getting called gay slurs. So it's much nicer.
Does that come with the PlayStation?
It comes with the mic.
Yeah, the mic comes with the PlayStation, yeah.
I have been doing this thing on my Xbox. I play Call of Duty on there, and kids, everyone's little bracket name is like, you could make your own little, what do you call it? Like tag, your squad tag, and everyone's is Trump or Dick or fuck. It's like every one of them is the weird little thing. And I make mine AOC, and I've never gotten more hate messages from kids on Xbox in my life.
That's amazing.
That's strong. That's very, very strong.
No, I don't think you're gonna have to log off because I don't think there's a lot of spoilers for The Wire in his script since he hasn't seen the show. Todd, have you seen The Wire?
I have seen The Wire, although I have to admit I watched it when it was kind of originally on, so I don't think I appreciated it due to my young age. I watched that and Oz as a young lad, and I haven't rewatched them. So there's a lot, like a lot of cultural stuff in The Wire that like has like popped up in memes that people like, and then I just don't. I feel like I've never seen it.
Where were your parents?
That's a great question. You know what? That could be the theme of all of my appearances on Kyle's podcast is why did I see these things? I had a very casual attitude towards HBO and rated R movies.
Yeah, well, you got to grow up sometime, and sometimes that's when you're 7 years old.
So I've also never seen The Wire. It's what prompted this entire podcast. Essentially, was just getting hassled about it. I would say it doesn't have the most shame around having not seen. It's not the most famous, but it's kind of like second for every never seeing shame category you could come up with.
Yeah.
It would be one of the first things to come up all of the time.
That's why I picked it, is because it's the one that I don't have a good reason for not having seen it. I know that I would like it if I did watch it. I know just a couple of things about it that have just entered my brain through like you were saying, like memes and stuff like that. So like I'm vaguely aware of like 2 characters' names and like that there's one season that people don't like, and like that's it. And I know that there are drugs involved somehow. I know that.
What's the season people don't like?
Well, there's
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
I remember we did a bracket on the show for March Madness last year that ended in late November, and because I didn't plan out how long brackets take when you only do one matchup a week.
Buster.
And it was basically what do you people get the most shame for having never seen? Star Wars won.
Uh-huh.
I believe the The Sopranos was the finals against Star Wars. I think maybe The Office made the finals. I don't remember, but The Office and The Sopranos were the 2 television finalists, and Star Wars and Marvel were the rest. People talking about I'll listen to the bracket. It is over 40 episodes of a podcast. You will have to listen to 8 minutes of a podcast, 40 weeks. But the
strong runner.
The Wire is almost like, since it was so early as far as you consider like prestige TV, but people, it's still, once people...
Wait, you got muted. Kyle, you got wired.
Oh, what happened? I got muted? Oh,
they got you. Stringer got you.
All right, I'm gonna have to.
This is
if
the
you guys
opposite of wearing a wire.
I think it's still working on the stream. It says Zoom is about to restart, so I'll be right back, and we might.
True.
I might have to invite you guys again because it says Zoom is about to crash. Because they
What
can still.
happened?
I'm surprised.
Oh, his camera froze
Work
for a
again?
second too. Yeah, there you go.
For some reason, I got in. Sorry, you guys were asking me what was happening, and I was muted, and I kept telling you like somehow you'd be able to hear me, but everyone on the stream could still hear me. Zoom was just having an issue with a microphone for some reason, and then I got a pop up, and so I was like,
Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah, yes, Todd, it's exactly like a Twilight Zone episode.
Why can't they hear me?
Where a microphone gets unplugged.
Or it's like Get Out. You were in the sunken.
There's 100% gonna be like a Jordan Peele quarantine episode of Twilight Zone that comes out like next year.
For
All
sure.
the bad TV that's gonna come out in the next like year and a half is gonna be.
I've thought a lot about this for every single thing, where people are like, stand-up is going to be so miserable when it comes back. I miss it more than anything, but imagine every joke everyone's going to think they were the only person who wrote.
Yeah.
That's a good call. It's a very good call.
Everyone's going to, every time there's a live stand-up show, people will be like, oh, I love the quarantine's over. Finally, I don't have to secretly masturbate around my kids. Or, you know what I mean? Every single thing is going to be the same.
That's a good joke.
I took a shower the other day. Like, yeah. It's going to be.
You guys excited about going out again? It's like, well, I do think a lot of the comedy that people are doing on the Zoom stuff and now is they're almost like purposefully lazy, thinking that they're the only ones who will phone it in, and it's kind of exhausting. It'll be a while before we're getting back to people having unique observations.
Have you been doing any of the like Zoom stand-up shows or
yeah, and I
anything?
try and put a decent amount of effort into it because I don't really know. I want to do something unique, or I try and do actual jokes, and people seem to appreciate that. But the amount of people who sort of just scroll through their phone or want to chat with the hosts, it's a little different. It's just not why people are there. And so sometimes I'm a little like, give them something.
Yeah.
Has anybody done the Michael Richards idea?
Oh, yeah. I did a Seinfeld table read, and someone just did all Michael Richards stand up the entire time. But it played because I didn't know what the deal with it was. Hey Jones, thanks for following the show. Okay, so never seen The Wire. I have not either. All of my roommates watched it when I first moved to Brooklyn, and I missed the first 2 episodes of them watching together, and so I never watched it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad one person in here has, because I don't know if any of it will connect with anybody.
Yeah, that's why I was like, we'll have
fine
Todd hang
line.
out because I think he's seen the show. So you can cast it, and then we'll read the script. I got it pulled up and everything here. You let us know who you want us to play. We'll read and then we'll get into the script. And I think you would probably do the wall-to-wall stage directions.
Hell
Wait,
yeah,
me?
wall to wall.
Great. So just let us know who you want us to play. We can cast it all right here and everything.
Wait, sorry. You want me to do the stage directions? Is that what?
Yeah, you can do the stage directions, and you can play as many parts as you want too. It's all your casting as our writer here.
See, I'll be the. If you want to be the Kyle, if you want to be the drug dealer,
Great.
I'll be the drug buyer. I'll take McNulty. If you want to be the chief,
Todd, you want to be chief?
I'll be chief.
Great.
I'll be the captain now.
let's see, Kyle, if you want to be dock worker 1, or wait, sorry, I'll be dock worker 1. You be dock worker 2.
Okay.
And then Todd, if you want to be Idris Elba.
Tight.
And then
And also, if we miss anyone and they come up, you can just cast it as it comes along.
cool, yeah. Let's see, I'll take henchman number 1. Kyle, if you want to be henchman number 2. Todd, if you want to be henchman number 3. There's too many parts. What was I thinking?
You gotta have lots of
It's
parts.
ambitious.
I
It's
like
a real
that.
it's an epic. And I'll be Omar. Okay.
Great.
Dude, it sounds like you've seen The Wire, man. You've got them all, I feel like.
All right.
All right.
Okay, exterior, Baltimore, the main part, night. 2 guys, a drug dealer and a drug buyer, are standing on 123 Baltimore Street in Baltimore.
Drug. Oh, wait. Hold on. I have an idea. I just had an idea to stop this whole thing real quick. I know how
Okay.
to put the script up on the screen so it scrolls with us while we're reading.
Oh, that's amazing.
I think that might help for the keeping track of parts.
I thought this was going to be a Baltimore joke when you said I have an idea. I thought we were going to just rip into Baltimore.
No, watch this. Watch this. Everyone, I know you guys won't be able to see it, but I can actually pull the script up. Oh my God. This is the greatest technology of all time. And have the script right here a little bit over us. It will cover the chat, unfortunately. Sorry, chat. Maybe I can move that around. You know, what curtain is there possibly for me to not pull back here? Here we go, chat. We'll move you up here to the top corner for now.
Chase, what are you drinking there? Was that Ovaltine?
No, it's just an ice water. Just an ice
that
water and a Sailor Jerry cup.
Ovaltine.
It was like
That
a
was
1970s can of Ovaltine. That was impressive.
no, it's like a tin cup, like a Sailor Jerry
Awesome.
cup, but it's just an ice water, yeah.
All right, let me get
That's
this
cool.
over here. Look at this. This looks great. This looks great. A little smaller, so it fits right in the middle. This is the world now. I'm like, everyone stop where you do. All right, here we go.
All right, should I start over?
I got the script here. Whenever you're ready. Yeah.
All right, exterior, Baltimore, the main part, night. 2 guys, a drug dealer and a drug buyer, are standing on 123 Baltimore Street in Baltimore.
Hey man, did you catch the Ravens game last night?
You know I did. This is Baltimore. What am I, from fucking Cincinnati? They both high five. Yeah, fuck Cincinnati.
So, how about some drugs?
The 2 men eye each other suspiciously. That depends. What kind of drugs you got?
I want to say crack. Is this show about crack? Is that racist?
I think it might be more racist to assume that that's racist.
Why?
The crack epidemic has historically preyed upon communities of color, so to ignore that would be whitewashing history, which would itself be racist.
Do you want to buy some fucking crack or not?
Sure, I could go for some crack. Just let me grab my money real quick. The drug buyer opens his coat and talks into a microphone. Chief, we got it.
Fuck yeah.
All of a sudden, a dozen police cars pull up and a bunch of cops pile out, guns drawn. Freeze! It's us, the good guys of this show, the Baltimore police. You're under arrest. The drug dealer turns to the drug buyer.
Oh man, does that mean you were
That's right. I was wearing The Wire.
That's a great titular line. That is fantastic.
Dramatic music sting, opening credits play over shots of wires, intercut with shots of various Baltimore landmarks, assuming there are any. Cut to interior police station or political campaign office or maybe a newspaper office the next morning. A gruff police chief or gruff political chief or gruff newspaper editor opens his door and shouts.
McNulty, get in here, goddammit!
Moments later, McNulty, aka the drug buyer from the opening scene, pokes his head in. You called, sir?
Great job on that undercover bus last night, McNulty. You wore the shit out of that wire. But now, I need you for a new assignment.
Why me, sir?
I'll be honest, McNulty. You're a loose cannon, and I hate your fucking guts, you piece of shit. But you're also the best goddamn cop this city and or city council member and or reporter we've got in this town, which is Baltimore.
So what's the assignment?
That dealer from last night, he just gave up his supplier. He says it's this man.
The chief pulls out a photo of a guy who looks a lot like Idris Elba. Jesus Christ.
What is it?
Sorry, nothing. He's just, I mean, he's really hot, right?
Yeah, sure. Anyway, this man is wanted for 17 counts of...
I mean, goddamn, I don't really consider myself on the Kinsey scale or anything, but fuck, like, I would, you know?
McNulty!
And why is his shirt off in this photo?
McNulty, focus! Now, as I was saying, this man is wanted for 17 counts of drug trafficking, 8 counts of human trafficking, and 1 count of fucking my wife. And I want you to assemble an undercover task force to take him down.
I'm on it, Chief.
Oh, and McNulty,
Yes, sir?
you're going to need a lot of wires.
McNulty holds up a huge handful of wires. Way ahead of you. Cut to exterior, the docks, night. Randomly, we cut away for an entire season to some dock workers doing dock worker stuff. Which I guess is like moving crates or throwing some fish around. Dock worker 1. Hey, did you ever think that like this wouldn't be super exciting to watch?
What do you mean?
I guess like that our jobs are much less interesting than other people's jobs in the city, and that it's like kind of unrelated to anything else that's going on. So if someone had to say, watch us do this for an entire season, they would probably complain about it a lot online.
Yeah, I guess I never really thought about that like that before. Hey, here, catch this dead fish.
Cut to Idris Elba's drug hideout, night. Idris Elba is seated sexily behind a huge desk. McNulty enters with his undercover task force. They are all wearing wires. We're here to buy some drugs. More drugs this time.
What do you mean this time? It's always Michael Caine with me, baby.
Nothing. Sorry, ignore that. McNulty nervously fidgets with his coat and his wire comes poking out of his collar.
Wait a minute. Are you wearing a wire?
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. A wire? I've never even seen a wire.
You haven't seen The Wire? What the hell is wrong with you? Everyone has seen The Wire. You must be the last person in this room who hasn't seen The Wire. You've seen The Wire, right?
Oh yeah, boss. I saw the wire from the very beginning.
And you? You saw The Wire?
Oh, I've seen The Wire like 6 times. I can't believe you haven't seen The Wire, man.
Why does everyone keep hassling me about seeing the wire? I'll get around to the fucking wire. I'm just a little busy right now. Just then, another henchman bursts into the room. Boss, Omar's coming. Wait, what does that mean?
Oh, shit, I'm hitting agree. I don't know. I just know it's something people are supposed to say when that's happening.
Who the fuck is Omar? Just then, Omar walks in with a gun. Whoa, it's the guy from Boardwalk Empire. Now there's a good show. Kyle, do you want to be?
Oh yeah, I'll be Omar. I'm tired of being typecast as criminals. I'm a very talented actor.
Omar shoots everyone a lot of times. McNulty and Idris Elba both lay dying on the floor, bleeding out. McNulty looking down at Collar. Oh hey, I see the wire.
God, I love Baltimore.
The end.
That was very, very strong. That was a very good representation of the actor.
Thank you. It's all context clues, you know?
That was really, really good.
I know
Also,
that things happen on street corners. I know that Idris Elba is a handsome man.
he is very sexy.
He's
also,
so handsome.
I will defend that doc season to high hell, man. That is a good season. Of
Is
that
there
show.
really a whole season where they're just at the docks?
There is. It is more complicated than that, though.
Oh, it's more complicated than
It's
8
not-
lines on one page.
There's a
not
lot of
just throwing
corruption
fish.
in the docs. You wouldn't think about how important docs are, at least at the age I was watching it. You don't think about how important docs are for getting drugs in. It's a big piece of the puzzle.
Okay, I'll believe you. And I'll watch it one day. I say that, but
I'm going to get around to it.
yeah, I just saw The Wedding Singer last night, so I don't know if I can get around to The Wire anytime soon. I got to watch The Wedding Singer again. I mean, I think you nailed it. Everyone in the chat seems to think you also nailed it. I loved I'm beyond sexuality. I'm not even on the Kinsey scale. That's very funny. What did someone say? Michael Scott's girlfriend is in it. Okay, now I'm in.
Wait, Jan?
Yeah, I don't know which one. Jan?
Melora Hardin, or is it Amy? Yeah, the other one, the one that he like ends up.
Oh, Holly.
Holly, yeah.
She's also everything else she's ever in. She's very sad and strung out and Gone Baby Gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I love Gone Baby Gone. Let's talk about that. But I've not. Todd, where would you rate The Wire on all-time shows?
I am a bad judge of that because like I don't like prestige dramas very much. But it's a very here's what I will say. Here's what I'd like to put down on wax about The Wire. I would say one of the most satisfying endings to a series I've ever seen.
Okay.
Like it's exactly what you want as a fan, and I don't understand how every HBO show didn't just copy it. Like it's a perfect ending. The last like 5 minutes of The Wire is everything you would want for an epic 5-season show.
Okay.
It's 5 seasons. That sounds pretty doable.
Yeah, you're talking us into it now.
Yeah.
Good
It's
ending,
not
5
much
seasons.
As long as you think it's going to be. I feel like a lot of other HBO shows that came out after it make you think it's like a harder show to sit through than it is. Like HBO, like prestige drama at that time was still pretty popcorn enjoyable. Like
Yeah. Did I spoil anything for myself just by guessing what happens?
Oh, that's a good question, man. That's like
Actually, wait, maybe don't tell me. Actually,
no, but yeah, I don't want to know either. But that's like a forever question on the podcast now. That is such a good question.
That is an interesting thing. There is a thing in there, and also the thing that I think you spoiled is not something that you would see coming either. You wouldn't assume that it's a real thing.
Weird. Okay.
Oh, is it Idris Elba's British accent? Oh,
Does he have a British accent on the show?
No.
Okay. That was just a choice.
It was just.
I feel like isn't he British in real life?
He is. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was going to be James Bond, but then they said he was too street. I thought
He's got it's a little like Cockney.
Yeah, little Cockney accent.
He uses it in Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, that's right. He does.
Hobbs and Shaw. Oh my God. I mean, that's that of all the movies that will just get me upset about stuff really quickly. I hated Hobbs and Shaw so much. I hate it. It was the most disappointing thing I've seen in theaters in a long time.
But that's what I was gonna ask. Did you hate it just because like it's obviously a bad movie, or because like you expected it to be so much more? Like,
I hated it because of the expectations, and that's what it is all the time. Is the expectations for everything? It's to a way greater extent happened in Hobbs and Shaw. To a lesser extent happened in Us, where the expectations are just so wild for me going in to see something that I go see the thing and I'm like, well, I guess that couldn't be as good as what do I always think? I think of it as like seeing the creature in a movie is never as good as when they don't show you the creature and you get to invent the thing in your head.
Jaws,
oh my God.
baby. That's the old Hitchcock. Hitchcock was the master of that. He stole it from Pasolini if you want to get real film nerdy about it, but that's
I thought you said he stole it from Mussolini. I was like, yeah, Mussolini's subtlety was what he was known for.
You know, if we really want to get into an Italian film cinema conversation here, you could make the argument that Pasolini was in fact a Mussolini supporter, and a lot of his political content was tongue-in-cheek.
You could argue that if you knew who those people were. I don't.
I am details away from so many arguments. What were you saying? What were you saying about creatures, Chase?
Just that the most recent example of that I can think of is the John Krasinski, Emily Blunt.
Quiet Place.
Yeah, when they actually show those at the end, I'm like, oh, so they're like big bugs. That sucks. Like I liked the threat of them so much more than what they actually look
I think it's so hard to deliver on them actually being good, because even it didn't really bother me what they were in A Quiet Place, but I agree everything. I think that's kind of most people's problem with most horror movies is the last 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what it comes down to a lot of times is it's hard. I agree that even seeing them, I don't know, I have no better ideas for what the things could have been or looked like or functioned as. But I just like the idea of not seeing them so much more.
Yeah.
And that was kind of what happened with Us towards the end, although I really, really did like it. It was so wild. I appreciated him explaining everything. And then I was mad that it all got explained. Because it takes such balls to explain your whole horror world.
Yeah,
I like that.
I liked it a lot too, and I think that largely it works within the realm of like the movie. But that was one of those ones that he kind of like Shyamalan'd it, where after it's over, if you really think about it, the world doesn't make any sense at all. It's like, so all of those people were like living underground in the exact place that they're double what, like they did that for their whole lives. They're in the exact spot and they're doing the exact
Yeah.
same activity.
Sometimes
That's
with the
like a
horror
monster.
movie, you have a hard time believing that world existed 20 minutes before or after the movie took place.
Yeah.
And that's
Good
what,
call.
with us, whatever happens after that is either the greatest movie ever made or completely couldn't be made. All right, we got a couple games, and then we're wrapping up our episode for today. So our first game we're going to play here is called Before and Afters.
Ready to play before and after.
I don't remember what the theme song of that one sounds like.
It's
Yeah,
a little bit of singing. Sorry you guys can't hear the theme songs, but trust me, they are
I
there.
thought you were hoping that we would jump in and sing
Yeah,
it.
I know. I just like got completely silent. So how Before and Afters works is we have taken two movies and smashed them together into one. I will read you the smashed together movie plot, and you tell me the smashed together movie title. What are these called? Portmanteaus?
Portmanteaus.
Portmanteaus. That's the word that people yell at me when I don't explain it right. But that's basically what we're doing. So they can be all over the place, though. Examples are The Wolf of Wall Street, Argo, Saving Private Silverman. Right, the way that they fall into each other are all over the place. And I got a shout out to Max and Michael, two podcast fans who sent these ones in and saved me having to write a bunch of stuff today. So here we go.
Yeah. Are we buzzing in or being called on?
I
just talking over each other.
I would say when you think you know it, put your hand up. And then we'll call, because usually it's just talking over each other, but with the Zoom and stuff, it kind of, if multiple people talk, it shuts everyone up. Here we go. First one. Let me see which of these I want to do first. A veteran pool hustler takes on a cocky protege to teach him how to use analytics to make a better baseball team. Todd?
The Color of Moneyball. Yes.
I'm gonna get fucking destroyed.
I usually am so bad at this one. This is like the game I'm the worst at on this podcast.
That was so fast.
That was so fast. That one I would say that was what I put as the easiest, the teaser.
That was a really
there.
easy one. That was the easiest one I've ever seen or heard on the podcast.
Here we go. Next one. A physician's childhood ability returns, allowing him the power to communicate with four sisters who are trying to pave their own social, professional, and romantic paths. If you see me looking over here, it's because that's where my screen is. I'm not just like saying the stuff and then looking away from the Zoom off into the distance.
Answering some emails.
The last half is the virgin suicides?
No. A physician's childhood ability returns, allowing him the power to communicate with four sisters who are trying to pave their own social, professional, and romantic paths.
Is the first thing Hook?
No.
I don't know any of either of these two movies. This is wild.
Wait, I
Childhood.
think I know the first one, but I don't know the second one. So wait, sorry, what was the second half of it again?
Four sisters who are trying to pave their own social, professional, and romantic paths. I think I need to. This sounds better the more I raise it up. There we go.
Four sisters. What is?
Are people in the chat guessing it?
Someone got it.
Is the first half Dr. Sleep?
No.
Yeah,
But the first word is doctor.
Okay. Dr. T and the Women?
Wait, is this a Doctor Who thing? Is this a TARDIS thing?
It is not a Doctor Who TARDIS thing. That's a television show.
We're getting further away.
All right, guys. We were looking for Dr. Doolittle Women.
Oh, that's smart.
Oh, that is.
That's
God.
really smart.
Also, weirdly, the porn parody title for both of those movies.
Yeah. I didn't know that in Dr. Doolittle. I've only seen the Eddie Murphy one, so I didn't know that his ability went away and then came back.
Oh, yeah.
I also don't remember that.
All right, here we go. Next one. While trying to survive and find a cure for the zombie apocalypse, three brothers and their father navigate the difficulties of life and love in early 20th century Montana.
I Am Legends of the Fall.
I Am Legends of the Fall. I've never even heard of Legends of the Fall. I don't know what that is.
It is such a huge waste of time. I mean, it's one of those like 3-hour epics. It's Ed Zwick. It's the same guy who made like Last Samurai.
Okay, so it's one of those movies that's long and nothing.
It was a big, it was like a big.
Hold on, I was gonna go find my VHS tape of it, but I can't let you guys just besmirch Legends of the Fall like that. It is a beautiful movie. It is some of Brad Pitt's finest work. Anthony Hopkins is just chewing up the scenery.
Some of Brad Pitt's finest hair. For sure.
Absolutely.
Well, but look at Todd right now, so you got to know what he thinks by finest work. His hair's 2 feet long.
It is surprisingly rewatching it. So I saw it as a kid, and I don't know why I watched that movie, and then rewatched it like a year ago because Rennie, my writing partner, got like obsessed with it. Mm-hmm. It is like epic. Like it is like English Patient level epic with a really good, satisfying ending. Strong recommendation on Legends of the Fall, guys. Putting that out there.
All right, probably won't watch it.
Nobody.
I got the Wire. I got apparently Wedding Singer is on there. I gotta check that out.
Chase's pitch was it's long, so you guys just offset each other with the exact same.
It
pitches.
is at least like 4 hours long.
Next up on my catch up is
Tommy Boy.
No, it's not Tommy Boy. I have to finally finish Blade Runner.
I feel like we could if everybody who had to finally finish Blade Runner voted for Joe Biden, Trump wouldn't be president.
All right, here we go. Last movie. An aspiring magazine editor takes a demanding position for the fashion industry's most merciless personality aboard a German submarine during World War II.
The first one is obvious. The last one is, I know the submarine pretty well. That is.
Can you say the second one again?
Merciless personality aboard a German submarine during World War II.
The Devil Wears Das Boot?
You're so close to getting it exactly right. Say it out. You gotta find where the portmanteaus in there. You got the movies right. You just got to get the verbiage.
Devil Wears Prada's Boot.
Yes, that's good. That is really good. That's fun.
All right, here we go. Our last one of the day is a half TV, half movie. We've combined a movie and a television show together. A bar run by a killer clown and the gang is sued by a former employee who was fired for having HIV.
Is it Killer Clown from Philadelphia?
Wait, it is Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yes.
Wow. That's fucking great. That's really good.
That was actually 2 movies and a TV show put into one. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Philadelphia.
That's really good.
Oh, wow. Wow. All right.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I would watch that.
Oh yeah.
It would be called The One Where He Gets AIDS. Is that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? That it's called the gang. Is it The Gang or The One Where?
It's The Gang.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
the one where his friend.
I think that is an episode of It's Always Sunny. I think there is one where the gang gets AIDS.
I mean, that would make sense. That's on my list of stuff to just sort of put on in the background and watch as well. I haven't seen it. I've only seen a couple episodes of It's Always Sunny. They were both very funny.
Oh man, you got like 11 years to catch up.
I know, that was the problem with the show. I read an article 5 or 6 years ago about how it was in its 11th season or something, and I was like, okay, now I'll start. And now I'm just like, there's 700 episodes of this show.
I'm wrong. It's 14. It's 14 seasons.
That's crazy.
14. Yeah.
That's crazy, and supposedly still good.
Yeah.
All right.
It's it kind of got a little lazy for a second there, and then it had like a resurgence. Like the past couple of seasons have had a lot of really solid episodes and a couple of like top tier, like best of all time ones.
Okay.
I would agree 100%.
Okay. Oh, someone said there are only 10 episode seasons. All right, that's a little more manageable. I watched the pilot to Succession, so that might be my next.
Oh, Succession fucking rules.
It was so fun. The pilot was so fun, and I hear it just gets better as we go. All right, we're moving back into our visual game room. Let's see if it goes. Oh, it went okay. Look at that. We still have Tom Hanks from playing ping pong in there. All right,
If
so
you like Succession, you're gonna love Legends of the Fall. I just want to put that out.
if I liked the pilot to Succession, I'm going to love...
That sentence has never been uttered before by any.
All right, so what's going to happen is I'm going to share my screen unless you guys want to pull up the stream, but I'll just share my screen with you so you don't see the chat. Is the easiest
Are
thing
you
to
trying
do.
to protect us from people saying horrible things?
I don't want them to give you the answer is the problem.
Okay.
So what I will do is I will show you this here. You should be able to see my screen now in Zoom. You see it all right?
Yeah.
So we will be frozen, so I'm just going to remove us off there. This game is called What Famous Movie Scene is Slowly Deblurring in Front of My Eyes.
Oh, wow.
And so how it's going
fun.
to work is I have a 1 minute and 20-second clip from a famous movie that will slowly deblur in front of your eyes. And first person to guess what movie it is from wins. Does that make sense?
Yes.
We both have pulled up. Here we go. Movie deblurring number 1.
Am I Meryl Streep?
Wait, did it just change?
It's the whole scene, so there's some edits and cuts
right.
and stuff. But it is slowly deblurring. I worked on it all morning.
I appreciate you.
Oh, we got a punch or something.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Did we say what the scene is?
You'll know the scene.
Oh, Rocky 4.
No,
Oh,
That looks like
that's what
Dolph
I thought
Lundgren.
too.
it's not Fight Club.
Oh, Blade Runner.
It's not Blade Runner.
Aliens.
No.
Oh, Jurassic Park.
It is Jurassic Park.
Crawling through the vents.
Colin. Good call.
That is my favorite movie of all time.
I think
There was
yeah.
no way that
If you're making a list, and I think we actually said this. Yes, I said this sometime. If you're making a list of 5 to 10 perfect movies, you can't leave Jurassic Park off it.
Yeah, it's the top of my list. It's I think it's flawless.
They've never done anything wrong. All right, we got one more. Well, I want to let it play out though because this is as good as it gets. We got one more slow D blur. All right, here comes the next slow D blur for you guys. Slow D blur. No, there's nothing there.
If you guys like Jurassic Park, you're gonna love Legends.
All right, I'm gonna unmute Todd now. I'm gonna unmute Todd. All right, next scene. Here we are. Slowly deblurring famous movie scene. Ignore that little box over it. I can't put the zoom in there because it froze when I do the slow deblur. Sorry, everybody. When I screen share with them, it freezes the zoom, so I can't put it up there. It'd just be our frozen faces. This is what it would look like. Yeah, it just freezes.
Whoa. What is it? Oh, is this Children of Men?
Wow.
Wow. I can't believe I recognized the bomb thing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's the opening scene?
It's the
Oh
opening
yeah, I see
scene.
it now. Yeah.
The thing is, it's got such distinct colors, I guess, is what I would have plucked out of there.
Yeah.
This is, I think, what maybe happened there. I think also, like, you usually don't see people watch a TV for as long as that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me make sure.
Oh,
I gotta
great.
stop screen sharing. See, that's what we're looking at. If I'm screen sharing, it freezes. Like the worst screenshots. I like Children of Men. I like that one's great.
Great movie.
Someone said the whole movie was blue. A stand-up joke that never worked because no one really watched it was I told people I grew up in Missouri, and I was like, that show Ozark really nailed it. Everything there is blue.
I just watched it, so I would have appreciated that joke.
How did you like it? Did you watch the whole thing?
I did. I think that it gets better as it goes. I think every season gets progressively better. The third season was the strongest, I think.
Yeah.
I think it definitely starts off like sort of a Breaking Bad clone, but I mean, it kind of comes into its own, I think.
I feel similarly. The more it escapes from being Breaking Bad with the guy from Arrested Development, the better the show is.
Yeah.
I have to say, I feel like I made a movie in the Ozarks that was a comedy, and there's a lot of Ozark that is like a lot more real than you would think. Amount of like drug running down there is really insane.
And also the amount of people who are stuck in circumstances and are either too smart, like I think Ruth is, or too ambitious, like I think her cousin is, and kind of like that philosophically not smart, but like ambitious like her cousin. There's just, it's a kind of an accurate representation of people there, I think. I mean,
Yeah, the way that I described it, I tweeted about it. The way that I described it was, it's like Breaking Bad with the villains from Justified, which I think is yeah. I don't know if you guys watch Justified, but it is similarly like kind of eccentric. Every season of Justified had like a big bad who was just like a fascinating kind of like hillbilly person.
Yeah, it is an interesting, weird place. Oh, did I really go away again?
Oh yeah, classic Zoom. Dude, it's the censors from Justified making sure he doesn't besmirch the show.
You know, I'm just gonna keep talking. There we go. It looks like I should be working again. Did it work again?
Yeah, you're back.
I don't know what happened. It works on the stream the whole time. What a bizarre, you know. It could be because I'm running an entire thing through a laptop. Like, I also have lights plugged into it for power. It's probably that. Well, Chase, thanks for coming on, and thanks for having never seen The Wire.
Thanks for having me. This is so much fun. Yeah.
Thanks for deblurring. Todd, thanks for having seen The Wire.
Yeah.
Thank you guys both.
I think it's safe to say, guys, that today we really were the Legends of the Fall.
I don't know what that means. I haven't watched that movie. Thank you guys both for being here. Chat, thanks for being here and hanging out. Everyone say goodbye to Todd and Chase. You guys can wave. And now here's the fun part of the show where I transition back and the meeting is still going on and they're still right there. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for having me. This was a blast.
Thanks, man. Nice to meet you, Chase.
Nice to meet you too, dude.
The meeting is ended. Thank you guys so much. Very fun. Very fun. Oh, I love those before, during, afters. They'll be on here more. Thank you guys. Remember, we got the Spelling Bee on Saturday. Nothing on the stream till that. But Spelling Bee Saturday. Donate if you want to get in on it. Email me, airskyle@gmail. But down below, right here, we got all the details on the Spelling Bee. Come to that Saturday night, 5 o'clock. It'll be fun. It's going to be so fun. Watch people spell. You can mess them up. You can sabotage their spelling. It's going to be a good time. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. I'm doing a show tonight. One of these Zoom comedy shows. It's going to be right there. I'm about halfway through the show on the lineup. I put it in the chat. And, yeah. Spelling Bee Saturday. Spelling Bee Saturday. Anyone can get in and spell if you donate, you subscribe, all that sort of stuff. I appreciate everyone who subscribes to the show. I appreciate everyone who watches. You can follow the show if you haven't. That's free and it's right there. Thanks, y'all. It feels good. Come watch the Spelling Bee on Saturday. Come spell. Feels good. I like the... What do we think? I think I like these graphics more than I like these graphics. What do you guys think? This one, we'll call that 1, 2, 1, 2. What do we feel we like more out of those ones? I like the one where we're more vertical, right? 1 feels better. It's more vertical. Where it looks just, yeah. And we figured it out. It looks good. Hope to see everyone on Spelling Bee. Hope everyone enjoyed the show. Thanks if you subscribe. Thanks if you follow. Thanks if you watch. This feels good for the end of the show. Thanks, guys. And I'll talk to everyone soon. Todd's in here. 1.